Module 9, Case Study Response. The author would agree or argue that there are types of change Hockaday responders should consider. They include knowledge or information deficits, which are barriers to productive changes based on lack of knowledge and information from which to develop change strategy, as described in section 10.3. Jill should be considering incremental changes. In application, they would be developing a doctor-patient model for the virtual team environment. The process or model for innovation and change considered should start with the incremental change towards a doctor-patient model is a consulting model in which the organization expects the specialist to diagnose problems and prescribe solutions, described in section 10.5.5. Hockaday could also mature to the process model, which incorporates the specialist and the organizational's virtual team, found in section 10.5.6. The organization would choose this model to ensure the newly formed team knows who is a specialist for each discipline they support, which points the team in a path during a crisis. Our text says something about this. It makes inquiry on how changes are handled, the amount of change, who decides what to change, and a host of other issues are all responsibilities of those with professional communication competencies. The leadership of innovation and change often is a professional communications responsibility, like the leadership at Hockaday. This is described in section 10.4. The barriers to change at Hockaday responders includes complacency, organizational silence, knowledge information deficit, risk perception, active and passive resistance, and organizational crisis as described in section 10.3. Hockaday management was complacent in organizing a new team with no face-to-face time for the virtual team. Some behaved with organizational silence during the crisis. Knowledge information deficit became evident when the virtual team did not pre-discuss what knowledge could be in deficit for the newly formed team. And risk perception should have also been a part of the discovery period of a newly created team and potential support circumstances. Some team members acted out in active and passive resistance during the first team crisis and were unprepared and unrehearsed for organizational crisis. Based on the text, there is something else I believe Jill should consider. It includes the organizational acceleration of innovation and change, including development of strategic vision, communicating the vision and strategy to attract a volunteer army, remove barriers, continue to learn from experiences, and institutionalizing strategic changes in the culture, as described in section 10.5.1.